Archaeologists have unearthed more than 100 ornaments used as piercings in 11,000-year-old adult burials in Turkey. The artifacts provide the earliest conclusive evidence of body perforation and suggest that piercing may have been an important rite of passage relating to coming of age in prehistoric societies. The study, called Bodily Boundaries Transgressed, Corporal Alteration Through Ornamentation in the Pre-Pottery Neolithic at Boncuklu Tarla, Turkey, was published by Cambridge University Press. Earring-like objects have been found at Neolithic sites in Southwest Asia before, but there was no clear evidence for their use in piercings. They were discovered across a wide area, including close to the incredible pre-pottery Neolithic site of Göbekli Tepe, the world's oldest known ritual site. Dr. Emma Basil from Ankara University and co-author of the paper said, "We knew that there were earring-like artefacts in the Neolithic. They have been found at many sites, but we were lacking in situ finds confirming their use on the human body before the late Neolithic." To tackle this, a team of investigators from several Turkish institutions analysed burials at the early Neolithic site of Boncuklu Tarla, in which more than 100 ornaments intended for use in body perforations were discovered. Dr. Basil added, "We wanted to find out about early examples of body perforations, what materials were used for decorative purposes, and who was piercing their bodies. The artefacts were discovered in the graves of individuals directly next to their ears and chins, providing strong evidence that they were worn as piercings. Of the items found, 85 were complete, and most were made from limestone, obsidian, or river pebbles. Their varying sizes and shapes suggest that they were made for use in both ear and lower lip piercings, known as labrets. This is supported by analysis of the skeletons, which found wear on the lower incisors, consistent with examples of labret wearing in various modern and past cultures. Further examination of the skeletons found that both males and females had piercings, but they were entirely restricted to adults. No child burials were found with any evidence of the piercings. This key factor suggested that piercings were not just aesthetic, but had important ritual and/or social significance. Experts believe it is likely that they acted as a rite of passage, signifying a person reaching maturity. These discoveries provide the first indication as to the purpose for which the earliest piercings were made and worn. Dr. Basil said, "It shows that traditions that are still very much part of our lives today were already developed at the important transitional time when people first started to settle in permanent villages in Western Asia more than 10,000 years ago. It also provides an additional means to explore how people in the past expressed their identities through their personal appearances. They had very complex ornamentation practices involving beads, bracelets and pendants, including a very highly developed symbolic world, which was all expressed through the medium of the human body." The paper's abstract read, "Lack of contextual evidence for the use of small personal ornaments means that much of our understanding of ornamentation traditions within archaeological cultures is reconstructed from ethnographic comparisons. New in-situ finds from the areas around the ears and mouth in burials at Boncuklu Tarla, a Neolithic settlement in Turkey, add a novel dimension to the interpretation of stone tokens or plugs. This article presents a new typology for these artifacts and argues for their use as ear ornaments or labrets in a practice involving significant and lasting corporal alteration." In conclusion, the study read, "Although only a small proportion of the range of ornaments in use during the Neolithic were intended for ear and lip decoration, the presence of these ornaments shows that the people of Boncuklu Tarla practiced ornamentation that involved the permanent adaptation of the human body in at least two areas, the ear and lower lip. Such practice may be characterized as a corporal ornamentation tradition, the attaching of ornaments to the body and thereby augmenting the human form. While beads and pendants are common within the burials of babies and children, ear and lip ornaments are not. At Boncuklu Tarla, labret-like artefacts have so far only been found in association with adults, suggesting that ornamentation practices varied according to age. Ear and lip ornaments were crafted from similar materials to other non-perforating ornaments at the site, suggesting that the corporal ornamentation tradition was an integral element within general ornamentation activity. It added, "We do not yet understand raw material choice, but some relationship with regional material availability and site-specific preferences are observable based on similarities to choice of bead material." Despite the remaining questions, many items of unknown use in ornament assemblages can now be reinterpreted in association with the human body, defining different permanent or temporary ways of constructing appearance as part of a community's system of communication and structuring of individual and group identity. But that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, share, and most importantly subscribe. And you can also support the channel on Subscribestar via the link in the description, or via YouTube Super Thanks. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.